I started with this IKEA white Hems dresser that I lightly sanded and removed the hardware from. I'm using Zinser Bullseye primer, and I had them tint it as close as they could to the color, that canyon color that I'm going to be using for the base coat. And you'll see that I'll apply that around the edges first, and then I will apply horizontal brush strokes that go the length of the drawers. And then you can pick and choose what you want to do here, but on the sides, you could go horizontal or vertical. Just imagine that there was a piece of wood there, and which direction would that wood grain be going? That's kind of the look you're going for. So I applied the primer, and then I did a coat of the canyon paint, and I will put that in the comments, all the stuff you'll need to get. Next thing up on your list here is the stain. It's a gel stain by Varathane, and it is called Briarsmoke, the color. I really like this. It's a blend between a brown and a gray. This is a heavy-duty oil-based stain, gel stain, that doesn't drip, because that's the bonus of using a gel stain, and it gives a lot of texture. It takes longer to dry, but for me, it gives that like wood grain look, or just like this coastal fabric vibe that I just really like. And I'm applying this with a chip brush, and on application, very similar to how I paint anything. I'm just going horizontal with the drawers, and then I'll just kind of get it on first, and then you'll see me try to clean it up a little bit, just in case it starts to dry on me and leaves any strokes or whatever. But really, this is a pretty forgiving process, and overall, this is a really forgiving finish, which is the reason why I use it a lot, especially if the piece has some damage on it or something. This particular finish is just very, very forgiving. And so I'll get this applied with the chip brush, and then I go with you could do paper towels, you could do shop towels, you could do shop rags, whatever you have on hand and whatever's best for you. And then I just try to wipe off the majority of what I just applied, right? But the reason for doing this is it just kind of smooths things out. I'll leave it heavier in some spots and lighter in other spots. You see how it's heavier around the edges? It just kind of happens naturally when you sort of wipe it down. Okay, here is where I'm giving you guys one of my major secrets. And that is using this little natural fiber brush or broom that you can find at Home Depot. It's like $5. And there's a little bit of a workout to applying it, as you can see. But this is what's going to give it that really cool texture. You'll see a lot of furniture painters doing this same thing with a chip brush. And hey, that's great too. If you want to do that with a chip brush, it is going to look like smoother and more blended, and it's not going to have the textured lines like what you see my piece has at the end. So giving you guys, this is a real moneymaker secret here for free. So make sure you subscribe and like this video so that I'm not giving away my livelihood furniture painting secrets for nothing, okay? So yeah, I'm just going horizontal through the entire thing. This oil, that's the reason why I use the oil-based as well here on this particular finish, because it gives me time They refer to it a lot as like open work time or whatever, and it just, because it's not drying up on me, I have time to keep brushing it and getting the texture and the look that I want. And you have to brush it quite a few times to get that pretty look. So I have it all applied around the dresser, just not on the top yet. And you can see it's got that perfect texture that I was going for, but it's going to look a little shinier until it gets completely dry. So don't let that throw you off. You can always apply a matte top coat too if you want an even less shiny look for the finished product. And I can make some recommendations in the comments for you on that too. The tops of the pieces can be kind of tricky, so make sure that you're going the entire width of the piece with your strokes, whether you're doing the applying or wiping off part. It's not as important on the application the first time around. Just make sure that after you're done, you just do one, stroke all the way across, like I'm doing with the broom here. So it's definitely important with the broom. You got to go all the way across each different time, and then you can go up around the edges and clean up any mess you might have made. Dry brushing technique, and I'm just taking a chip brush, and the color that I'm using is from Behr, and I believe it's called like French silver or something like that, but I'll put it in the comments. And I just kind of super lightly apply this on the edges and then just kind of across so it shows up, and I feel like it gives it that restoration hardware look. And I did the same French silver dry brushing technique on the handles. Only when I do handles, I typically apply it a little heavy and then I just wipe the excess with a paper towel. I feel like it gives it that really like aged French look. I really like it. So yeah, this is pretty much the end of our project, and I'm gonna, top coat this with a poly clear top coat of your choice. I'll link a couple in the comments that I like, or you could probably just leave it as is because the gel stain is so strong. But I'm really happy with how this turned out, and I'm so glad that you watched this video. I hope that you'll like and subscribe. I am a small channel, and so it means a lot to me when you guys subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.